concerns, issues, additions, deletions?
No motion to approve.
We have a motion on the table to approve our July minutes. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second by Dave. Those motions have carried for the July minutes. It looks like we don't have any public or guest input, so we are good to go out to our staff reports. Staff reports from Dunn Stadium. Adam Fish, you are on the clock.
Month of July, we kind of stemmed the tide a little bit. Rain still kind of affected us, but we were only down about 56% in July. Our numbers for the year, we're still down about 32%. Concessions, about 29 in tropical snow sales, which has us down about 32% for the year. So we're hoping the fall season will be a bit kinder to us, but that's our summer numbers. Summer season's pretty much done with tournaments and stuff. Month of August, we got a couple of fundraisers, local things we're going to do. Last weekend, we hosted some area firemen. They did a fundraiser for their cheer fund. This weekend, we host our friends from Toyota for their employee tournament. Next weekend, we have another fundraiser, the Emma Suite fundraiser we started last year for their family. And then August 23rd, 24th, that weekend, we kick back off the fast pitch season. So we'll have softball back out there. And our fall schedule will run until mid-November, and then we'll wrap it up for the year. And that'll be it for softball. Pickleball courts have been packed. I estimate last night we probably had 30 cars in the parking lot in front of the courts. Every court was full. Everybody having a good time. And one last thing, the fall league for the girls league out there, again, is up to around 160 players. They play on 13 teams fall right now. So, his numbers are strong again. So they're practicing in the month of August. They'll play their games in the month of September and October.
You run concessions for that too as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know I was out last meeting. I'm assuming the concessions are because of weather, like
Yes,
less
Yeah.
active. Yeah.
We've lost a lot of weekend days.
Yeah. Just making sure my assumption was.
Due to Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Between the heat and the rain.
Yeah.
In your, just for clarification, and I'm just asking. If our infields would have been turfed, would we have lost weekend games?
I bet that probably would save about 2/3 of it, in my opinion, because a lot of times, either you got that heavy rain overnight that lingered into the morning. Then as soon as it's done, you can get going. Like at Sierra, they get going. Right. For us, it's like a 4 to 5 hour window. It has to soak up the water. We got to push a little bit, and not the work you have to do. That would be my best guess. Would save us about 2/3.
The outfields can handle the water a little more.
They can. Our outfields have always drained well. An example, when we had one of the busted pipes, we'd come in and the water would be scattered everywhere. The last time that happened, we literally went into the outfield where the busted pipe was, and squishing, right? Because you see the water standing. Okay, we go to the garage, gather what we need, come back. It's gone that fast after we shut it off. Right? It disappears really quick. So outfields have always drained well. We got little spots in our center fields that Bobby's working on. Sometimes when the water drains off the infield, it goes the outfield. Seems to go to one spot for whatever reason. But he's going to fix that. The outfields are great. So it would definitely save some days. But
Out of curiosity, what does turf cost on a field?
Roughly about 180 per field.
1,000. Small number.
It's a small number.
Well, we got 4.
We get it done for under a mill.
So if you equate that, if you're talking, okay, this might be more of a Rich question, but also an Adam question too. So in your, how much have we spent on dirt per season?
We spend roughly around, just at done, $6,500 just for dirt a year.
And then preparation for the fields? I mean, we're not gonna get to $180,000, say, well, but that's an easy cost justification, but.
Now, turf is not,
justification cost.
turf is not maintenance free. Okay, it's less maintenance free, but it is not maintenance free. I would say in a year, we are spending $20,000+ a year with chalk.
Well, you're gonna have to do that if you got turf.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With the
I
dirt
mean,
and
the turf
everything else,
is
it's
just the
about
infield. You
$20.
still got the dirt for the running tracks,
Oh, yeah.
right?
But then
No,
if you
no.
factor in what we're losing too on top of that, we're probably at around
Track,
35.
Will you run on too?
With the brown
So I-
bases, running lane. that's
I'm
all
just
there.
curious, just if
I-
when the time comes to have to justify, I mean, I guess maybe my thought process is, why is everybody doing it? I mean, you go to Saraland, you go to the different places, they all have them. They seem to go out great. I mean, we're, all of our surrounding areas are starting to do it. I'm surprised Lincoln hasn't done it yet. and
They
I'm
are in
sure
October.
They are in October. So there you go. So there's a reason for it. I think our schools went for it. So I'm just curious, just trying to get that out there, just to get some information in the.
Is all the ball down to the school turf?
I think.
I
with
think
the
they
COVID,
are.
The baseball
Ours is,
fields,
yeah.
north is going to be getting theirs, east has infield baseball turf. Their softball field is all turf, because it's a smaller field. So what you could probably, yes, the softball field's a little bit bigger, but by the time you take a high school field and the infield turf, it would be 3/4 of a softball field.
Yeah.
So you might as well just go ahead and turf the whole thing,
Yeah.
for softball, so.
And the
then-
corporation just allocated for the rest of,
Yes,
Yeah.
what was funny, there was a, I don't understand, well, that was approved the year before.
Yeah.
They just had to get the bids for it.
right, it was just, it was
That's
a
a
rubber stamp,
formality,
it was
yeah.
a formality. It's like when you guys move funds that you already have from one bucket to another, like
Right.
you have to have permission to spend it, even though you had it budgeted.
Right.
That was I knew it was out of proportion, but I was just alluding
It's just
that
funny how that kind of got blown out of.
Everything
proportion.
does.
It does.
As a purist of the game, I love the dirt.
Yeah, I mean,
As the park director, I want turf yesterday.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, after this fall, the only parks, tournament hosting parks that will not have turf will be us, Edinburgh and Seymour. Is that right?
Well, Edinburgh doesn't host tournaments anymore.
Well, I mean, they get other stuff. I'm
But,
just
yeah.
saying, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, Greensburg has it, North Vernon has it, Lincoln will.
Is the new?
But it's more of,
for it.
turf is more of a consistent,
Greenwood.
surface,
Their new-
regardless of the time of year and weather most of the time.
It's beautiful.
It's more reliable. And
Turf
it'll
infield,
attract
grass outfield is what they
more
have.
people will say, I'm gonna
Greenwood.
schedule that because I'm more sure of the field conditions than regular
We're gonna
dirt.
play, and we can't, I don't think we have any way to quantify the lost revenue from cancellation of spending money for food and hotels and things of that. We don't have a way that, we do, but we don't.
This is a center has.
Yeah, they can come up, so that revenue we can't factor in as well, so that's probably
Now, if
more
you
than.
could
what we-
factor in that revenue, you might have a shot
Yeah.
financially. but
Now, I
beyond
have no
that-
idea, one of my goals this winter is to find a grant. It's the only way we're gonna be able to do it.
Good luck on that one. I don't know how many grants
Okay.
are for that kind of
But
stuff.
there are some out there, Greensburg got one.
They did, yeah, they did their.
So in the matter of moving on, is there anything else for Adams? I know he has to go somewhere as well. Any questions for Adam? Is BMX have any concerns or anything?
John was supposed to be here, I talked to him yesterday.
I know they've had some gate practices and stuff and everything seems to be going.
Any parking issues that you're aware of?
Not yet.
No, not yet, and, we had that one at the end of July, or right after pickleball opened, we watched it about every 2 hours just to see what would happen. BMX is doing a little something, we had a little something, people playing pickleball, so there was still plenty of room. So like when we get 30 teams out there and they get a huge race and all that, then that'll be the first time where we really kind of have to watch and make sure that.
But the one they had this year didn't interfere with what you did.
No, at no time did that parking lot get more than 75% full, because we monitored it that day to make sure that people had enough room, and that was with the BMX folks using a lot of the west end as a staging area. So you're talking about truck, trailer, tent, you got one group using 6 parking spots, and there were still tons of room, so it worked out pretty good.
I know, last time, he was here at last meeting, and he was pretty happy with everything that happened.
Yeah, good, yeah, haven't heard anything like, any issues or anything they've had. I'm sure Rich talks to them more than I do, but.
And I just got off the phone with Carl Lent, who's one of the commissioners. Asking him if he's coming tomorrow and who wasn't. And he made a comment that he had been told by somebody, that's one of the best BMX tracks in the Midwest.
You hear that from a lot of folks.
Yeah.
And I think, if I remember right, their participation rate, riders per event or something is still one of the highest in the state. And probably top 5, top 10 in the Midwest. So I mean, they get a lot of racers and they do, in my opinion, they do a hell of a job taking care of the track.
Well, I know, I think it was maybe last year or before, they had an event, they had 880 riders for that event.
Yeah, that's the one we
You
shut down.
multiply that by 3, because you got mom and dad and their kid.
And has the parking that you created towards the north, has that been utilized by them some?
Yes.
And I think it's helped out some as well.
Help some.
What about the drainage there? Is it
Still waiting on,
still kind of waiting for
Danny's.
the?
I mean, theirs like, just like us, they're swamped.
Yeah, I get it.
He's,
I mean,
uh,
we're well on our way
the
this
one-
season,
the
so.
one thing that, John's not here, so I'll bring it up, cause I just talked to him on the phone. One of their concerns that to attract a bigger race was the hill and moving back, and you guys remember that conversation? He said, well, it's just not, since they're not gonna let us move back, can we move forward? So essentially where the pines are, he wants to take all that, so move everything this way so they can fix everything on the other. They're willing to do it all, but,
It's a discussion.
I
for
just
another-
wanted to put it in everybody's
Discussion
heads.
for another time, yeah. Anything else for Dunn Stadium? All right, Adam, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
I guess Bob's not in today, coming today. Bobby?
He said he was.
He forgot at the last minute that he was taking the little one to the Louisville Bats game. And he had already purchased tickets for it, so.
You know of anything that's going on at Heflin that you?
No, so I've individually got with those 2 individuals up there, so they understood what their responsibilities were, and things are better. Still got some things to work on, but we're getting a lot better.
Okay, we'll cover some things here.
Yep, I got it in here.
Okay, so since he's not here, I guess we'll just move on. Anybody talk to Cora?
She's back to work, that's all I know.
Saw a picture of her with her child and husband, so it looks like they were having fun. All right, let's move into board member input. Dave Apple, our board treasurer, do you have any information for us?
Not really. There's money in the bank. We got to figure out a couple things. Our budget hearing is coming up,
Week of August 18th.
18th at 3:30
Yeah,
Yep.
for that.
I got it in my notes too.
council. So, and the budget's all been turned in and.
What day are you assigned?
Monday.
Monday.
All that stuff, so
Yeah.
that'll be.
It would be really great if we could have a board member go and help present the budget with Rich.
Chuck has gone the last couple of years.
Chuck's gone, I normally go.
Okay.
No.
Yep.
And I think the council would really like to hear like a board member help present. So, and I'm happy to discuss
Some
closer to it.
keynotes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just like presentation stuff.
You don't want us to cuss and swear and stuff, is that what you're trying to say?
Nope, I'm not worried about that.
Have you met most of the council?
Well, yeah. I know, so, yeah, you're right. Okay, anything else, Dave?
No.
I duly noted though, I want one or two or three will be there. You said it's the 18th at 3:30?
Correct.
Okay, I'll
But
try to be there.
here's the thing, plan on 3. I think they're
Yes.
gonna be ahead.
Well, we're doing meeting before. There are a lot of changes this year. We're just taking all the
Well,
information.
also, last year they went 15 minutes and they were still ahead.
Yeah, they were.
I know they're half hour apart.
We'll
So
talk amongst ourselves, make sure we have
Yeah.
people there.
Mhm.
Okay, no Jim Mahoney. Brian, who's our board secretary?
Yeah, after last week's meeting, and I know Bobby's got some work to do to kind of fit into what we're doing. sometimes I get a feeling he might be a little too harsh, if you get my drift.
Rash.
I think being more welcoming and nicer is probably would help. And, I was gonna mention that to you. I don't know if he sees that or if you see that.
I've seen that, but he's also taking care of some problems that,
Well, he's in a tough spot, don't get me wrong, and like I said, I think those things will work those ways out, but I think we need to kind of stay in his ear about, you know, even in the face of some of this, you know, because some of the conversation he had, like, well, I'm gonna get that person, well, no, you're not. Like, you diffuse the situation, and I know how you kind of get in there, and you're very nice about it. I think you could learn a lot from that. That's all I have to say.
Just, that's duly noted. I think that's one of the concerns I probably had early on with all this was it's kind of just getting them in the right, I think if we get
We
them on
gotta
the right,
help them.
we get on the right track and we get a year under our belt, you know, a little bit more comfortable next year with what's going on. Expectations are being, you know,
Being thrown at.
it's just, we kind of threw them in the fire, which that is very hard. And that's why I tried to come up with that.
Mhm.
You know.
he was very
duties and
accepting of
assignments.
that, by the way.
Which I think is helpful, Dennis,
You
truly.
know, you know, if you have a question, look at this. This tells you exactly what you need to know. Don't deviate from it. Just go with this flow here. So hopefully, I didn't mean it to be,
And I think a lot of the Tony, him situation is Bobby thinks he should do more than he's doing. Well, I can call Tony at the drop of a hat, and he'll pick up the phone. It's usually not early in the mornings. He doesn't do early mornings. But, hey, I heard that site 7 doesn't have power. I'm on it. Take care. The water issue, he led that convention. I just gave him everything he needed, you know what I'm saying? He's there for that, because if not, then I would have to go up there every time. I don't want to
we
do
got other things.
that.
Yeah, I got you. Well, we just need to keep an eye on it.
Yep,
And we,
yep.
you know,
It has gotten better.
like I say, part of that's just familiarization and knowing what's going on and not being frustrated with other things too.
He was upset the other day, he said, well, the bathroom's dirty. Clean it. And he kind of looked at me and he goes, I said, it's your job.
Yeah,
Clean.
that's part I know, that is head scratching.
And then he sent me pictures of it, and like, there was spots. So, okay.
All right, we don't have Chuck. Chuck, if you're watching or you can hear us, if you have any issues, just text us or call us. It's my turn. I'll just kind of go through some things that I have. Just a reminder, we do have our ribbon cutting ceremony tomorrow, Friday, August 8th at 10 a.m. In conjunction with help from the Columbus Pickleball Club. My understanding, they're supposed to start playing at 7 a.m. in the morning and have someone play all the way through until 7 p.m. at night. They'll have
I'll be there at 6 in the morning to help them set up canopies and get everything set up.
So the ribbon cutting ceremony is at 10 a.m.
Yes.
They're supposed to have some breakfast and lunch and maybe even dinner items.
So DLZ is buying pizza for dinner for everybody out there. The pickleball club's picking up lunch and breakfast.
Kind of a big deal tomorrow.
12-hour match.
Yeah, there's one match.
Somebody will be
Better
playing continuously from 7 through.
And it also is National Pickleball Day.
Yeah.
So that's why they chose that day.
And someone should mention to the club too, that they're doing a hell of a job keeping that thing clean.
Okay.
You rarely see any trash laying around.
So I have a 9 o'clock that will probably end right at 10:15. Will some people still be out
Oh,
there? Will you
yes.
still be out
Oh,
there?
yeah.
I may just drive out afterwards just to.
So if we're gonna have a true ribbon cutting, are we gonna kick everyone off the court so we can cut the ribbon and let them get back on?
Yeah.
Except for the 12-hour match, we gotta let them do
We gotta keep them going.
Or the chamber will just stand outside. Chamber's coming with the ribbon and everything?
We're supplying the ribbons. I got the
Okay.
Tina
It's
has,
It's got
we
3
said,
scissors, so each commissioner can have a scissor.
yeah,
Are they gold plated?
Hey,
no. But they're like.
They are like giant.
Shears?
It's nice that I know where to find one if I ever need one.
Yeah, there you
Tina's
go.
got 'em.
Tina's
You
got
got
'em.
big scissors?
Yeah.
They're like big.
Hey, this is not their first rodeo on scissor
Yeah.
cutting.
They have some really-
Oh, these boxes, they've had them a while, cause these boxes are a little wore out.
Oh,
All right, I know last time we discussed, you were in the beginning stages of what it would take to get that entire Dunn Stadium parking lot
Yes,
repaved.
so after consulting with the commissioners, it was above the 20% for a change order. Cause they can only do 20% above a change order. And it would have came in at like 52,000, and that wasn't enough to do what we wanted to do. So I finally got Milestone to come, they're meeting me there at 1 o'clock tomorrow, so they can put a quote into. Star, do you recommend them?
No, DC Construction is who I sent
DC Construction, that's.
you. Chucky was the guy's name.
Okay.
there's All-Star Paving out of Seymour, is that the way,
All-Star.
All-Star
That's
Paving,
why I
yeah.
said Star.
But DC, they'll beat Milestone's price, I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
But it is smart to have Milestone going out there when they see all the pickleball stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, the commissioner said call Milestone.
And no knock against Milestone, they're a great
No,
company, they do
yeah.
great work, but
Right.
just, DC's always beat them on price since I've gotten them involved in my bidding process.
Okay.
They did paving for me in July.
Well, so basically you're still kind of, Yeah,
I should have it all. Hopefully if I
So,
get hold of
okay.
them, they'll come right out.
so you get these quotes, then what? Then you have to
Just the
present?
regular process, just submit it to commissioners, go to work for the board and,
Oh, okay.
The percentage of it has already been allocated, right? For the,
a very small percentage.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about so that I can circle around, and I know we're on a schedule.
Yeah, you're fine.
Um,
That's why you're here.
yeah, but is it funds that need to be put into budget? Is it in the 2026 budget? We think it's gonna be spent in
So,
25?
I sent an email out or called most of the board members. And Chuck was 100% on board with this. We're gonna take it out non-reverting.
Yeah.
Okay,
We got ample funds. in
We got
there.
ample funds in there and it's something that needs to be
so
done.
we've got, you just need the rubber stamp that you can go above and then pull it out of the
So
budget.
we have the
That's
money
fine.
in our rainy day fund, but it's something that needs to be done, so.
So when we go to budget meeting, I think it's important to point out, like, here's some things that we've done that we haven't come to council for. So for example, some things that you're not seeing in the budget is we needed to pay this, and we're gonna take that out of non-reverting to show that you're coming up with those funds yourself in other ways. I know that you do it. I just want you to paint the picture that
But
you're
they don't
not,
always know we do it.
they don't know until we put it right in front of them.
It's just the education process.
Yes, and then you're not going to council for everything. There's a lot of things that you're doing yourselves.
It's a good
Does
idea.
that make sense? Like, paint them the picture of what you're doing without them, and so that you're only coming to them for what they need.
Cause to be honest with you, I've only come once, 5 years,
The budget,
for extra money.
right?
Best hope we've
So,
got.
I do, let's
Uh-huh.
do a game plan before,
It's a good idea. I understand what you're saying. I mean, it is,
like.
every time
if-
they need something, they just come and ask. Well, no, I mean, I get it. It's.
Right, but if you don't
Yeah, just give me a
tell them
holler.
they don't know,
Right.
And just mark it,
And,
concession fees like you.
it's something I
Appreciate
picked
it.
up that other departments do. Like, I got this, we paid for this with a grant, we got this with this, we
Right.
got this, but we need your help with these things. So it just, and I'm like, okay, well, that.
We have
that-
skin in the
that- that
game.
quick then.
Yeah.
And I haven't been around, I was only there for the budget last year, so I don't really know.
Right.
That's something I picked up on along the way, so.
You don't want me to take you back 18 to 20 years.
That,
And it was fight every tooth and nail.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And one year they turned it down and I went back and hammered on them and finally got a 3% raise for our people.
Yeah.
And that was nasty,
But
but I won't get into that.
I
no,
do have a
I
list
get it.
of things, I mean, for example, the bathroom 8 years ago. We
Right.
got $150,000 from the visitor center, we paid the remaining
And just focus on like the past year, you don't have,
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean, but just be like, what you're not seeing in the budget are some other things that we, what we have found other means to pay for.
Perfect, I wrote that down.
Okay, so just more information to come on that.
Yep.
in case you haven't seen this, this is a very hard picture to see, but this is the Newton Park
I sent everybody.
shelter house.
that
Okay,
picture.
just, we have it. The one thing that I don't know, and if you told me, I forgot. How in the world, my youngest child lives on the corner of 86th and Meridian. And we were up there a couple weeks ago and I was driving north on Meridian Street going to Carmel. And I looked to the left and like 5 buildings down from where he lives is Bowen Engineering Incorporated.
They
Their
also have a
corporate
building
office.
here in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
And Brian even vouched for them because they're doing work over there off of Deaver, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So they do a
So-
ton of work in Columbus. They wanted to get back to the community. They awarded them a lot of work.
So if I
Yeah,
write
they
a,
did all the sewer work there, or, I don't know if they did the actual sewer work, they did a
So
lot of
they
the
done
engineering
summer
work.
or all of it,
They did the whole thing.
yeah.
Put
Paid
that
for-
in the thing, yeah.
Example.
Yeah, examples.
So if I'm going to write a thank you letter, do I send it to corporate in Indianapolis or do I send it locally to Columbus? Okay.
I'm sure local in Columbus would probably appreciate it going to corporate in there.
True. I would think
Or
so.
maybe you send a copy,
I'll do both.
Yeah.
I'll send it.
but
I was kind of waiting to
it's
hear.
one of the things you don't hear of a company and then all of a sudden you hear them when you see
Yeah,
them.
Rich, they,
You
I
start
have
recognizing
literally-
them.
I have put it at
this
least 3 or
afternoon,
4
it's
times
supposed to
in
be
our
back up.
Facebook page with @,
Today,
they have a
I
Facebook
actually
page
drove
too.
here.
Yeah,
So if they have anybody monitoring, they
11's
please.
closed.
I know, I got to 11,
Yeah.
everything's backed up,
So,
You know what that
and I
is?
turned around and came around this
You
way.
know what they're doing there?
So what's happening?
Fiber optics.
Why do they got it closed now?
Because they're running the pipes, the fiber optic under the road and bringing it back out to the other side. And they're working literally a desk lift from the road. So that's what they close the lane. And which means that we'll have
fiber soon.
very soon, which means better security.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
but I do, while we're on the Newton Shelter House, and kind of thankful Jim's not here. We already kind of decided we're gonna name the shelter house for him,
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Mahoney.
okay.
So Jim, just to backstory for you, he's also in the conservation club. They're the ones that gave us that land.
Okay,
And he was super instrumental in that. And
Sorry.
go ahead. He was the one that wanted the shelter house. He thought it'd be a great need and I agreed with him. And he's very passionate about that park.
Can we use the $2,000 that they donated for that to buy picnic tables, grills and trash
Right.
cans? Good. Okay, that would be-
What name are we gonna go?
I told Bill too. That's the question of how do we want to name it? I've cut a piece of cherry. We slabbed a piece of cherry to make it out of, so it's kind of rustic and, but what do we want to put on it?
Mahoney's Barn, Mahoney's Place, something like that.
That's what I came up with, Mahoney's Place. Cause it's not only just for him, it's for his wife too.
Yeah, his wife puts up with him too, so.
She's the one that called me, told me he wasn't feeling good.
You know this publicized.
Yes, I want her to hear, they aren't watching it, I can tell you that.
she's like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I like
Mahoney's
Mahoney's Place.
Place.
I
It
think that
sounds
has
fun.
kind of like a
Yeah.
warm,
There you
welcoming
go.
feel to it
And I
as
like that.
That'll work.
opposed to
Do I have a
just.
motion?
I
Have
think
a
so.
motion?
A motion to name the shelter house Mahoney's Place.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor of Mahoney's Place signify by saying aye.
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 All
Hey, we'll
opposed.
clear
say
that with
sign.
the commissioners.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That'll
But
run
this- It's approved this board, so,
Yeah.
and I think that's a great plan.
I think Jim would really appreciate it. Don't
I
tell
was,
him.
I was
Don't
really,
tell him.
has he seen a picture of it, or has he been there?
Always been there.
Okay, he's
He
been
goes
there,
every
good.
day.
All right, good.
How you're gonna have to put the sign up at 1 o'clock in the morning,
I know.
otherwise he'll see
You'll
him.
never know. It looks nice.
It does look nice.
It looks very nice, and
I'm sure he's happy.
I just hope people use it for its intended purpose.
So, saying that,
I mean, shoot.
we're gonna make that nice rustic type thing. I still think that maybe we should pay for a plaque that has Boeing Engineering on it
Yes,
and,
yes.
and a little backstory with Jim Mahoney and his
Yes.
wife
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how they were instrumental in obtaining this land, blah, 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 blah.
And an established date, like, so we can date it back to the,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's great. That's a great idea. All right. Heflin hosted a large group called the Guardian Wildcats this past weekend. They filled the park.
I went up there Friday.
They were
Guardian Wildcat.
Guardian Wildcats, and I looked up their site, and they go around and they kind of try to preserve rivers.
Oh,
Hence the name Guardians.
They pick up trash
Pick up
along the road and
trash.
they canoe and
They do just kind of God's work, basically, just kind of try to
Oh,
make it
that's
all stay natural.
and they were some of the sweetest people you'll ever meet.
Bobby sent me an email. They were all sitting around a campfire and they were all singing songs, just having a good time. So, you know, those are the things you're like, well, geez, you kind of have camps, you're glad you have a campsite for people like that to come and have fun, you know, so
they booked the entire park.
they birthed the entire
Yeah.
park.
They booked it. So they didn't rent the park, but they filled the park. So we probably had, we think it was 6 campers that weren't them and the rest of the park was full.
So it's
And,
kinda
and the
cool.
thing is, it was like on Saturday, they launched, Friday night, they launched 30 people. And they went to, oh, what's the one just down the river there, the boat ramp? Gosh, I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, they launched to there. It's only like an hour trip. Went to there, and then Saturday they went to Millrace, which is by
You go to
river is
Lowell
like a
Bridge?
5-hour trip.
Lowell Bridge.
Lowell Bridge was the one they went to Friday night.
Are they doing this in kayaks or canoes or
Yep.
all of it?
Yeah,
Both
all of it. Yep. Yep.
Because my husband and the kids, they launch out, we live out River Grove, and they take it down to Owens Bend and then I go pick them up.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, but it's like, it's not that far, but it takes like an hour and a half. 2
Yeah,
hours
'cause
to
you
get
gotta-
from there,
It's
yeah.
scary. And sometimes you probably have to get out.
So
navigate a little bit.
we talked to them, about doing this as an annual event,
Oh, yeah,
that we would discuss, cause we got a year. A price for that, but also involving, Blues Canoes. That they could take them to Atterbury and
Yeah.
drop them off, but they get out
give
at,
them a slightly different experience.
yes.
Yeah,
So, but drumming up for local business as well.
You know, it just dawned on me, and I don't know if you know the answer to this question, since we're talking about Heflin. The work that we had on the restoring the bank, has Blues or us noticed any benefit from that at all?
Aesthetic wise, it looks amazing. It looks, and we're not getting any deterioration. Now, I haven't talked to Matt about his end, cause I don't think so there was 3 stages. They did one and then ours, and they had another one that they didn't do because they didn't want to pay off the money. Yeah, we're noticing a difference.
We had they were having major erosion problems. This has been 3 or 4 years ago. And we found out that they were getting a grant and we were lucky enough to kind of piggyback on their grant, and we actually paid to have work done for Heflin too, because we were losing bank at Heflin. Big
Smart.
time. Yeah, so it was good. It was good.
partnerships, thank you.
Yes. Okay, both parks, can't see, both parks have new playground equipment? now?
Yes, that's installed. Mulch was delivered. I think I put in my notes Thursday, but it was Wednesday for up there. We just haven't got up there to
Yeah.
put it out, but. And the only reason I haven't ordered for Grammar yet is I did order a truckload for Dunn, cause I kinda wanted to get that done before this weekend, and, I had enough to do. I backed off because it has a base, and I still had a ton of left over, so we shipped it down to Wayne, and so.
Freshened up some other places.
Yeah, so I think that, I'll have to get half of what I got.
Next time you're out at Azalea,
Mhm.
can you snap some photos of that place too?
Yes.
So I've got one for Petersville, but I don't think I've ever gotten one for Azalea. Just if you can remember, it's not a big deal. It's just people like to see the progress.
They do.
I think you've already answered this question. We have not needed the overflow parking, and you said I saw in your notes, the crosswalk status, or crosswalk has been painted and
Yeah, it's
there.
been painted. Yeah, there's
If
2
needed.
crosswalks, just so you know.
Okay.
That's what the city said we had to do. They didn't charge us. And Bryce from AAA has ordered us to sign, so that's why I didn't have to take care of it, he's just gonna bill me.
All right. We've already established a budget meeting date, staff t-shirts for our staff.
So going through that, it reminded me, 2 weeks ago, I dropped off the artwork. I'm not gonna lie, Leslie dropped it off for me. So I called up there today, said, hey, what's the status? So I give you guys an update. And they said, they're working on it and should have something soon.
This for the people, for the whole.
This is for we're gonna use the logo for everything, but maybe add staff to certain shirts.
Staff, I mean, it really needs to have big staff on the back or something.
Our board members, yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna order you a shirt, Dad.
Triple X for me, thank you.
Yeah.
Master plan, update, I think I saw where you just kind of, looks like it's kind of just started getting back into the flow. of
Yeah,
things.
we're in the flow. So I took a survey from different town and went through and, made the changes and everything and to make it more streamlined to us. I should have brought one down, I'm sorry. Austin updated it, so it was us. And we're gonna go with it. It's pretty simple, it's just demographics type thing. What we did supply, what other people would want in our area and things of that nature. Like, they had a lot of aquatics in it, we have 0 aquatics.
Good progress.
I did mention that in there. And what people are looking for.
So I assume that this will be a mailer.
It will be a mailer, but it also, they do it, yes, emails too. So that's why we paid that extra money for that company.
And again, make sure we tell that we're in the process of doing a 5-year plan.
Which they should know, but yes.
Yeah, just remind them.
Education process.
Well, because they asked us for the survey.
Oh, did they ask you? Council did
Yes.
for the budget? When you
We are
submitted?
not gonna, the words I got from Miss Leah was, we don't wanna see anything about playgrounds until we get the survey done. And then once the survey's done, we'll talk about it at the next meeting.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
But that's been a while, right?
that was last year.
Yeah.
Your pole barn interior stuff.
Mhm.
What's-
I'm starting to collect bids on so I had to get all new bids because everything's old.
Yeah.
Milestone's actually gonna look at it too. I was there,
For the floor.
yeah.
Anderson Falls restroom stuff, I know you
So
said
the
yours.
guy that I met with 2-3 weeks ago, said, man, I don't even wanna take this out, but I got a guy that says I can fix that. It's just a matter of us
Is that the
connecting.
foundation one? Okay.
Yeah, it's another season lost with that, but I don't know what, I'm beginning to wonder.
It's not getting any worse, if that's the thing. I think the concrete we put in the girth hole,
Stabilized it.
Is there anything that would cause us to have to close the bathrooms?
it is closed.
Oh, they are.
I don't wanna take any chances.
Okay, they're closed.
I mean, is there ever just a point to where
We just don't do
we
it.
just can't do it, or nobody just wants to do it? What do we do then? Sure, it would take us.
I don't wanna do porta pots. Cause one, it is so far out there, it's hard to get somebody that wants to do it. Then we had it where they took and decided to see if it was a flotation device.
Yes,
Threw it over the hill.
or just turn them over, period.
I mean, essentially,
they threw
that's
it
what
in
they
the
are.
creek.
It's all-
Yeah, I do that, but
And
they,
you won't find out until somebody reports it.
Right.
Like, I mean, if people just notice it until someone lets you know.
the problem out there too is just, we do trash pickup, but it's
At
not
some
like every
point,
day.
we're gonna have to bite the bullet and actually put it in, get a permit, the whole nine yards.
I have a feeling it would be a different time now, trying to get a permit to put a restroom in there. An open pit type restroom.
I think we're better off at least keeping the bottom part of the structure. Maybe have to redo the top
You could do you could grandfather.
Right,
Without, to not
Cause
lose the
you tear the whole
grandfather.
thing down, start over, you got a different father.
right.
Well, I was gonna say, at what point do the repairs require a permit and we have someone coming out?
If you repair it,
You repair it. it's-
you're okay.
Okay, cause I don't know, I really don't know,
If
but,
when you add or remove
Right.
fixtures, toilet or sink or something like that. So let's say we wanted to add another sink, that actually technically would require. a
Right.
permit.
but if you just replace the thing that's in there, you're fine.
Correct.
Repair, you repair.
You repair.
Okay.
So that's why I say, I think it may come.
Well, you can replace the toilet and.
I know, but it's a
But
repair.
it's a repair, yes.
Yeah,
It-
not in any
terminology.
kind of an addition, okay.
You can't add, but you can fix.
Repair.
Well,
Okay.
it's when you add or subtract what is going out of the
Yeah.
place, into the sanitary sewer, or the septic, or whatever it is.
Right.
When you alter that, that's when it requires a permit.
So you got another guy's
And
looking.
then if you do something on the building, it's gonna require a permit, but then all the ADA things come into play too, and you have to
Oh,
wheelchair
yes.
accessible and so on and so forth.
I
So
think we can fix it.
at some point, we'll have to do it. and it's gonna
My biggest fear is where this crack in the slab came from. Did it affect the holding tanks? That I don't know.
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so either, but it is a possibility.
Then again,
Would be my luck.
Well, he can tell you when he looks at it.
Yes.
PVC type stuff, when you think it's old enough that it wouldn't be PVC, it could be like metal.
That's probably a cast
The
iron.
holding
right?
tank? The holding tank's concrete.
Yeah, they're
It's
constant.
concrete, okay.
Well, I'm talking
Okay.
about the piping coming out of that.
What piping?
Is there anything?
It's just a drop.
No, it's
Just drop into the tank?
Just drop in the
You just
tank, pump
clean
it
it.
out.
You just clean it. Yeah. It's not going anywhere.
And people aren't good at hitting the toilets.
Yeah, it's not. worth
I
it.
didn't realize it could be.
I mean, even when they were open, some of the comments that you read and saw were like, this place, it's nasty in that restaurant. Well, it's nasty because nobody's used to that kind of restaurant. It's not because it's nasty.
It's out in the middle of nowhere.
It's just, there's not a whole lot of ventilation. It's hot. It gets,
I mean,
I used to camp at land that my dad's family owned, and we had a literal wooden outhouse
Yeah,
that just discharged down the side of a hill.
yeah.
Hey,
That's what we had.
hey, I grew up on a farm in southern Indiana. You're not telling me anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, people aren't used to it.
I
That's
mean,
all there is to it.
the restrooms there at, Cutright at Monroe, it's basically, it's nothing. But listen, if you have to go, all that goes aside, because when you have to go,
Right,
you have
You
to
gotta go, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, your
I got
sensibilities kind of get a little bit, you know.
Oh, look who's coming in. Can they get in, Rich?
Who is it?
It's
It's
Cora.
Cora.
Oh my goodness, that baby has as much hair as her daddy.
Got the baby too.
You got the husband and the baby.
Husband
She's
and the
coming
baby.
in for her report.
I ran.
Yeah. It's her, right?
Yes. Well,
Or is it in?
to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
What?
There's a boy or a girl.
I just look at the
Even
color
then.
he or she's in, and I'll go from there.
Yeah.
Cause I don't
I'm gonna
remember,
guess.
quite honestly. I think
Well, look
boys.
at
Doesn't time for
there.
your report.
Hello, everyone. Oh, they did
There.
close these with them.
What are you doing, adding to the world's population or what?
Yeah,
Wow.
well, you know.
Congratulations.
Look at
Congratulations,
that
guys.
hair.
That's a lot of hair.
You have to go buy a new brush? I mean, goodness gracious, look at all that.
She came with one, actually.
What's the name?
That's Josephine.
I'm sorry?
Josephine. Say hi, everybody.
Josephine, or do you call her Josie, or?
We call her Josie and
Good girl.
Josephine.
Josie's cool.
Cora, I'm so glad to have you here. It's been a while.
Thanks.
Congratulations. It's really cool to see.
You, yeah, we were just talking about outdoor bathrooms.
Yes, yes.
What's that?
Great thing.
That's up her alley, she don't.
Yeah, I was like, all the doors were locked, and I was like, if I come around here,
They
they'll
locked
be able
all
to
that
see
off.
me,
Yes.
and they'll let me in, and then
I haven't got used to that yet.
they got a big wall there.
It's made a difference on sound, though, I can tell you that.
Yes.
It does.
Yes,
She
most
definitely is
definitely.
picking up on the
sound.
She's kind of
And
looking,
by the
Like
way,
when you
we're-
talk, you
we're
refer
live
like
too,
that.
Paul.
Oh,
Trust me.
okay.
I won't put you on the
It
spot.
sounds
You,
much better.
you don't have anything to add, do you? Or do you?
No, I don't have anything.
How
to
was
add.
fair? Or did you do fair?
I was there
Okay.
briefly.
Okay.
No, I was on leave, so it went fine, I think. That's all I know.
I think
Yeah,
attendance was
tell us.
down a little bit.
Oh, I was there like 5 nights.
It was hot.
Yes.
I was there for 2 hours on a Saturday.
Yeah.
We went opening night and I knew it was bad because we got there at whenever it was 30 minutes after they'd opened. And you know, typically when you turn off 11 on the Spear, you get about halfway around the curve, you gotta kind of stop.
Yeah.
We just kept on driving and went right up to the front. I'm
Yeah,
like, this
I
isn't
know.
good, so.
When you don't wait in line for ice cream, you know it's a problem.
Yeah, you're right. My wife didn't have to wait either time, so.
I know.
Okay, where are we at here? Let's just kind of cruise through or Rich, is there anything we did not cover in your responses? Oh, yeah, there is something, the truck, I'm glad you mentioned that. So what, you've changed positions on a truck and getting a normal diesel truck.
Yes, we're getting a 35 or a 45, depending if the price difference isn't too much, we're gonna stay with the 45. But we're gonna get a flatbed, that way, and we're just gonna buy a dump trailer to go with it. And the commissioners thought that would give us better
Flexibility.
flexibility.
But
And we'll be able to haul our skid. Okay.
4,500, even a 3,500 hauler skids are fine.
All right, what happened to Connor?
So, him and Chelsea were in the shop, it was a rain day, it rained that day, I had forgot it rained. And I was at the desk in the shop doing something, and they had a little pickleball, and they were just throwing it back and forth, and she threw it kinda hard one time, and he went to dodge it, hit his head on a welder. And he ended up getting a concussion. So, yeah.
Is that workman comp or, man, that's kind of loose. Loose.
He was still on the clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had thought they had clocked out, but it was about a half hour early. It hurt him. There was no bump, we checked. He went home, came back the next day, was throwing up. It's his 5th concussion. So, but,
That's not good.
so I did file the paperwork a little later than I should have, but I kept telling him, I need a doctor's note, I need a doctor's note. I didn't get one, but we're all squared away. I got everything to Miss Vicky. She's taking care of
He's had 5 concussions. He's
Okay,
it. Baseball catcher.
Tony
not good.
has emailed status on wood at Heflin.
Yes.
Could you explain that? I know the last time we talked, there was a monetary value associated with was $14,000.
I'll
That's what
look
he
it up
said.
on my
For
phone.
the firewood?
Yeah.
There's
That's
a
what he said.
lot of firewood up there, more than I thought.
Yeah, but not 14,000.
Well, how much is it a brick?
$7.
Depending on which gas station you go to. Or
No,
Walmart.
$7 for like a bundle,
bundle.
right? Not a brick.
Not a brick,
What's
a
a
bundle.
brick?
No, it's in
65
there.
or something?
It's in this. I thought I grabbed it. I apologize.
I can get a rig
I don't
for
know.
50,
I don't-
60 bucks.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know if this includes labor charge too. So, which I assume that's probably has something to do with it. We've, as you will, if you've read, we've changed management at Heflin Park. I'm sure you're aware of this. There's a whole lot of wood up there that's been split. Wood now has become a matter of consternation at Heflin Park. There's some things that's happening. We're trying to get a handle on how we're gonna deal with the wood that's all been split and stacked.
And it's our wood
It is our wood.
that somebody else has.
But they've been selling it. They're still selling it.
They're selling
Yes,
it. But we're not getting any of it. There's no split or anything, correct?
correct.
Which I think the selling of the wood through Tony should be shut down immediately. Should already been.
Coming up to anything over there? You want me to move on? If you find it, we can
Yeah.
come back? Okay.
printed it off, that's the worst part.
We've already talked about the master plan. You've already talked about milestone coming up at parking lot. Talked about Anderson Falls, Clifford. What's wrong with the skid steer? It's too new to be in the shop.
The air conditioner went out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I guess that's important.
Oh,
It's important when it's 101 degrees.
Yeah.
outside.
oh, can't drive a skid steer without.
Just go faster.
Create more airflow. All right, we talked about Dunn Stadium.
Okay, I found it.
The,
Newton Park, we've already covered the signage.
yes,
Oh, we're gonna name the,
oh, yes.
The shelter house, that picture I sent you,
Yes, I got it.
we're gonna name it Mahoney's Place.
Love it.
As long as the commissioners do, we're in good shape.
Okay. Currently, there's approximately 7 cords, 21 ricks of firewood ready to be sold. There's approximately 2 cords, 6 ricks that need to be bucketed, cut to length and or split and stacked. All further values are based on approximate 350 pieces of firewood to a rick. As is with no further labor involved, I would make approximately 3,675 at $5 for 10 pieces of prepared firewood. If you sold it at $7 for 10 pieces, it would come to $5,145 or $1,470 profit. I finished preparing my estimated 2 cords, I would make around $4,725. If you sold it, your total would come to $1,890 plus in profits. Just keep in mind, if you buy me out, I will no longer be managing a 24/7 firewood sale, phone line firewood delivery.
Which we were kind of
I
told
don't,
that.
I don't
He's
think,
open-
I don't
he's
think
open
what,
to it.
what we would get for the wood is totally irrelevant to the discussion. It is totally irrelevant. Again, I know he did it under good faith at the time, but it's not his wood.
It's the labor.
It's
Yeah,
like,
we should pay him for the labor, but $3,000,
but the
How many
other
hours
thing
has
is,
he
is
got
we're
in?
getting complaints on his 24
yeah,
hours.
but some of those complaints are, they're texting him at 10 o'clock at night or, you know, early
That's
in the
not how
morning.
regular campground.
Right.
No,
Camp store.
They have a camp store
Buy-
with camp hours, and if you don't buy the wood during those hours, you don't get wood.
yeah, they need to
That's really
shut that down.
I think the 24/7, 1,000% should be shut down.
Exactly.
yeah,
But on the flip side, are we gonna have somebody stay up there at that building to sell firewood or let him do it down there? I think the biggest complaint right now is they're not getting it on time, but they're ordering it at weird hours. They should take the 24/7 off it if we continued that.
change the.
There should be established hours to buy the firewood when Bobby is there. They can buy the firewood then, and then that's it. That's the way it should. be.
You know, it
All
seems,
this call to order and delivered, that's all
Okay.
BS.
if I come to a camp like Heflin and we have office hours, you're getting there we have that time set up to where it's when people first start coming in. If you're coming in and you know you're gonna be camping there, what should you do? Oh, are we gonna have a fire tonight? Probably better buy some firewood. And that's the times we need to be buying firewood, selling firewood.
Right.
And the
And-
importance of having it there is you're not supposed to bring in outside wood.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I got on a camp, when I went down Friday, as a matter of fact, I was meeting the gentleman that was bringing that club in, and he had a little trailer in the back and it was stacked up with wood. I said, you can't use that wood there. He goes, why not? I said, you have to burn our wood.
Well, you can bring in wood that doesn't have bark on it, or is stamped that it's heat treated,
You know, what's that?
or that is like
pellet
lumber.
A lot of it was limb, you know, like
Limbs,
limbs like
yeah,
this,
yeah,
with bar call.
How do they reserve the park? Online or just pick up the phone and call? Why don't they just reserve wood when they book their thing, and then when they come in and pay?
I
order
think that
two
that's all
bundles of
great and
wood
fine and dandy, and I'll do whatever you guys want inside. But the bottom line is on the wood, is whatever you guys decide, I think those are all great ideas. The issue is, the wood that's split and stuff now, we have to compensate him for that labor. Cause it was all done before he was one of our employees.
How many hours got in?
I have no idea. I just read what he sent me.
But again, he's worried about how much is gonna be made, that it's none of his freaking business, quite frankly. How many hours he's got in it and compensating him for the hours is the only issue.
And do we want to compensate him going forward to split the wood and cut it up?
Well, not if he does it on the clock, because he's already getting compensated if he's an employee.
Correct.
He only works 14 hours a week.
Well, but I do agree though. I mean, if he's working, he should be splitting wood. He should be doing work, which that work is,
He works.
yeah, I'm not questioning it, but I'm saying none of his 14 hours should be dedicated to splitting wood.
I agree.
Unless we say that is a part of your job, I guess, which it could be, I guess. So the bottom line is, we as a board need to figure out what the compensation is going to be for the labor of splitting the current wood.
And we're gonna have to figure out how to pay him. It's not gonna be an easy task.
Then who's getting the money for the
It just-
wood?
Well, right now, he's getting paid every time somebody buys wood, so
Does he get the money for the wood now?
that needs to stop.
Has he split it with Lisa?
That I don't know.
That's my understanding that he was doing
That,
something with
I
her.
can't prove that.
Who's Lisa Box?
No, Lisa's our floor manager. This is- about that this year.
Do we have a liability on him selling wood that is not really affiliated with us if something happens?
No.
Legally, I think we can tell Tony to go pound sand.
I'm
But,
just,
dude, that's not what we're gonna do.
well, I was just thinking like if someone would have it, like if there would be an injury or whatever, and wood was provided, they bought it. I mean, like, I'm just thinking from a lawsuit standpoint.
I don't know what, I mean, if I went to Brown County State Park and I went to their camp store and brought wood, who's ultimately responsible? Brown County? I wouldn't think so. It'd be me.
I wouldn't
don't
think so, but he didn't buy it.
Changes hands, like, you own the wood, so it's your.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they're buying from a
That's a
third
great
party, and
point.
they don't know that they're buying from a third
Right,
party.
right. They're not, exactly. We need to have some, we keep talking about this, but we're just kind of spinning at this
Yeah,
point.
you're right.
I need to figure
I'll
out-
do whichever you guys want. I just,
Can you do us a favor? Can you talk to the commissioners and say, here's our dilemma, what should we do? What's the best approach you think we should do to this? Explain what's happened over the years and just say, we don't know what to do. And we really don't have it in our budget to actually, but it's, I mean, I have a feeling I know what probably they're gonna say probably is, I mean, practically, it's the county's wood. And I think Brian's been kind of saying the same thing, but I would just, it sounds better if it doesn't come from us, if it says, commissioners say, this is what you're gonna do, and look, XYZ people, this is what we have to do, and we can't do anything about it besides what they say, because they're our boss. So I would feel more comfortable having them give us some direction on how we need to go about handling this situation. And then part B is how do we move forward for the future of it? Do we want to compensate him for splitting the wood at this point? And then there needs to be a structure involved on it. You know, how much we sell it for and what percentage goes to him. If that's the case, do we just, instead of paying him, do we just use I'm not saying this is what it is, 80-20 model. 20% is going to him because he split it, but 80% comes to us. And that's how, that would be his compensation. Without having to just pay him, just the sales would be his payment moving forward. Which is what we should be doing. But we have to get the first part solved before we move on to part B.
This all came about because of the agreement that was reached
Yes.
back that we didn't know anything
And,
about.
and I'd say an agreement that we had, yeah, it should have
Between
never.
two people and one of them's not even living anymore.
Correct, yes. So, all right.
That's how far back.
So if you could find out what they may have to say and,
I've talked to the commissioners about wood at Heflin Park. Selling, we would like direction on how we should move forward with this. We wanna do a 80-20 split.
I'd say,
I
I
have
don't know
a
what
question
fair
mark.
is there. You know, if
Can,
it's
can we do it?
$8, you know, it's $6 for us and $2 for him. Fair, I don't know what's fair, what's not, but, you know,
How long has he been selling it?
We should be able to reach out to a couple companies that
Well,
cut wood
We
and
haven't
say,
taken
how much
any
would it
money.
cost to
I think
cut
he's been
6
paid.
bricks or whatever we got?
But he's
See
also
what they would charge us for like.
taking an 8-foot length, cutting it in the length, splitting it, stacking it.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is he's been selling it at whatever price for however many years, never paying for the wood that he sold. So he's taken 100% profit for all these years.
I think
In
him
my
and
opinion,
Lisa-
he's been paid.
I think him and Lisa have been,
And the former manager set this up
Yeah.
yes. So I think there was a split there,
with her father, who was the president. of
the president of the board. Yeah,
Wait, hey,
Do you allow this to happen?
I just saw your jaw drop on that one.
He didn't even know about
Huh?
it. He said, you didn't even know about
Who?
it, about the wood.
yeah, we're trying to,
No, we didn't know
He's
anything
taken
about it.
100% of it up until this point.
There was a lot of other things that went on.
There's a lot.
That have been, oh, by the way, the bike club's not coming back.
Good. The bike
That
club
we
from
used to rent
previous
the whole
year.
park
oh, yes.
because they didn't like they came in and said, I said, yeah, well, the board decided that you gotta pay this amount of money. And we did, we talked about it,
Yeah, yeah.
to have the whole park, I said, we're not paying that, and we're coming. No, you're not.
Well, let's, yeah.
So, but there's no more renting of the park. As of-
Come in and
Nobody
rent
wanted
every-
it. Nobody wanted it.
Paid after we closed it.
They were, yeah, they want it to be closed and they could do what they want. We're
Right.
open later now. So, and if
If
they
they
want
just
to
happen
use
to
it. they're
book
great.
every site, that's up to them.
Right,
And they paid more doing that than they would have, but anyway.
okay. So Anderson Falls, we talked about Azalea, Dunn, Clifford, E-Town, no issues there that I know of. Working to clean up the park has been put up on the afterburner a little bit last couple months.
Yeah.
Grammar, okay. As far, when you talk, Bob, lease issues have kind of been,
Yeah, it's been better.
okay. Are we still having any kind of Facebook issues that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of, but I don't do Facebook.
Okay, we talked about the wood, any kind of septic news up there?
It's.
I think we're just waiting on the budget.
Okay, it's just the budget discussion, all right?
Which,
Ain't happening much right now. 50-50.
probably we're gonna try as best as we can.
I hear you. Well, we just lose campsites.
And to be honest with you, we figured a way to add 2 campsites down there. Just the other day.
You said Tony was it was his project to be working on the 50 amp service.
Yep, he's getting it all together. He's been working on it.
Okay. I hate to ask you this, but the shelter house support post, I know things have been happening.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. It'll be done this year.
Okay. Now, Healthy, Newton Park, new signage, we just talked about that, but we're gonna name it. And then he was also talking about signage down more towards the boat lift area.
No, actually, we're
Or the boat drop, right?
we're gonna actually shift it up to the road.
Okay. But you're,
We're working on it.
It's yours.
Owen's Bend, any issues that you know of?
Nope, we
Petersville.
just cut the banks down there and cleaned up all a bunch.
Petersville, obviously the new part, have you heard anybody, I've not heard anybody say anything about any of
Oh,
that.
I've had a few people, thank you.
Okay, good.
We were mad at first, but thank you.
Rock Creek, any issues that you know of? And then Wayne.
So the storm damage we had down there, well, President Trump decided, and I have that, that's the one I grabbed. President Trump approved a major disaster declaration for several counties in Indiana, including Bartholomew County, for repeated storms in around that date, March and April of 2025. We'll be holding a briefing on the 14th to the 16th. And I need to schedule one of those days with Shannon Cook to discuss trying to get some compensation for those trees.
Oh, down Wayne,
Oh,
get those taken out.
And so most of the
It's
brush,
most of it's been cleaned up. We went down and helped the highway department.
is there anybody really even using them right now?
What way?
Actually, in 2 weeks, they'll start playing, flag football.
Oh,
Holmes Christian plays their home games there.
So as far as I'm aware of, does anyone, I think that would pretty much take care of everything that we've had. Does anybody have any other issues, concerns, problems that they need to bring up, any old business? So everyone knows, September 4th is our next board meeting, which is of course a Thursday at 4:30 right here at the chambers. And if there's no further business, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Dave and Brian, second. Meeting is adjourned at 5:53. Thank you all for coming. And Cora, it was so great to see you. We're so glad you're here.
Sandy's gonna look at this.
And I guess it's okay, you came too.
Huh?
How's it be that now?
I just